Hey everyone, it's Will, GamerDad, with another video for you. So first off, I'd like to give a shout out to one of my YouTube members, Tinky. Thanks for your support. Now we do have a new update. Of course, updates have been coming fast and furious as we are getting slightly closer to catching up to Japan. I think we're only a few updates away, so we're definitely picking up speed. Hopefully you're still able to enjoy the game and more importantly, be able to play and find time to play the game. Now that being said, this is now update 3.2.400, so this is a completely new version. This should be in the App Store or the Play Store, so if you're on iOS, you may actually get this one a little bit earlier than normal. That being said, we do have an October letter, so make sure you check that out. It'll talk about, their plans and kind of like the state of the game from their standpoint, and so make sure you read that. That being said, AS Parisa is going to be our main featured banner this particular update. Now, obviously, most of us do have Parisa, and if you haven't done her character quests yet, you should definitely check it out. Her first two quests obviously being only a 4-star. It's quite an enticing storyline. I know a lot of us have been waiting for her to get a 5-star, or in this case, an AS. Spoiler alert, she is almost like a singer in her story. Now, I'm not going to spoil any of the other details, but she does have a sing ability, so to speak. And so the AS version explores that quite a bit more. Not only that, but she obviously has the singing ability, similar to Pizzuka. So there's going to be a fire bow unit, and her VC, I don't know if you're ever going to use it, but I mean, it is there. Speed of all party members up to 30%, plus break on all enemies. It gives you an extra way to inflict a break on the enemy. However, there are so many ways to do that from the front line. Not sure the VC will be that useful. Now, other than her 4-star moves being, mid at best, her AS moves are very, very interesting. So essentially, she's going to have a 1-2 punch. First of all, her passive ability, at the beginning of battle, she'll start with 4 stacks, and then at the end of turn, it consumes all these stacks and then stacks 1 stack per fire character on the front line. So just like the similar units we've had in the last few updates, they are really pushing us towards having mono element teams to really take advantage of the unit. Now, if you don't have an all fire team, she does count as 1 unit, so you get 1 stack at the end of turn. However, most of her DPS and effects are based on the number of stacks, and so really you want to use her in an all fire team. There are plenty of powerful fire units out there. I mean, we do have, obviously, the Melta. I'm not even sure if Ify counts as fire unit because she does have fire. So that should be really interesting if she does count as that, because now you'll have the Ify in combination with such a powerful singer. Although she loses some of the, shall I say, some defensive capabilities of singers kind of like Pizzuka, she more than makes up for it with her full offense attack. So first of all, you start off with 1 preemptive attack. It does fire pierce AoE times 2 XL, and because it is a preemptive, this is going to be very useful for farming or maybe for other things, maybe even in boss fights. Not only that, it does stack power and int, and if she has 4 stacks, which is obviously the first turn and obviously at every subsequent turn if you have an all fire team, you will now get 70-70 boost of power and int. So very significant boost of power. And if you don't do this attack in AF, so a non-AF attack, she's going to get a large number of attacks. So instead of just times 2, you add 2 additional attacks to make it 4 hits, I believe. I'm not sure if it means by 2 meaning 6 hits or just 4 hits, but either way, with an all-fire team and the preemptive first turn, you're going to do a significant amount of damage with boosting your team as well. Now, the great thing about this is, just like Sesta, by performing this attack, which is preemptive, it will now convert her directly into singing. And her singing is pretty decent as well. Speed of all party members plus 50, and that's really useful against certain bosses or mobs or whatever. In fire teams or fire characters, your speed boost will now be capped at 100%, and it will have a song too. So it's going to have the 50% down from like Oratorio. And, however, it also gives double damage to all party members. So the best of both worlds, unlike Pizzica where you kind of have to choose offense or defense. Now, you don't have the status recovery or the MP HP restore, but I mean, you have Tetra for that, right? So you can combine that with that. So again, 50% down damage, increased damage by double, which is great. And on top of that, it has an end-of-turn attack. So it's almost like a hybrid between the best parts of Pizzica and AS Mystere. I haven't even used AS Mystere, but this unit, AS Parisa, sounds very interesting. End-of-turn attack based on her being in the singing mode. It'll also do a Fire Pierce AoE XL, applies physical res 40% down, and why not? Heals and restores MP and HP. And of course, if you have 4 stacks available, it's going to do a lot more damage. So, yeah, she's very, very good in my opinion. So we'll discuss that more in the Should You Summon video tomorrow. But sounds like there's a lot of potential as offensive singer with some defensive capabilities. Now that being said, we do have obviously the normal banner. Should see how the rate up is because technically she's not shared with any other banner, but being that she's a normal 4-star, the AS version is probably boosted, I'm going to guess 1%. So it's going to be a tough one to pull. Again, I'll talk about that more tomorrow. We'll see how the banner is. I'm not sure if she should actually be shared with another unit because there is a manifest battle. Lovely. So we just had AS Lovely being one of the newer tanks out there that has counter heal, counter attack, with 2 turns ultimate defense. It should be interesting how powerful or difficult this fight is. I mean, we'll have to see what kind of auras we're up against. Being that Lovely is a fire blunt unit, I'm imagining I'm going to be bringing water to take care of that. And so, I mean, we all should have the teams such as ES Felmina, you know, like El Seal, Alternate Earth, right? Right, guys? I'm guess kidding. Most of us do not have all those units, and so we'll have to see how it goes. I mean, Emma and Flam should do really well, and yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. If not, we can always dust off the Efi, right? Anyways, back to that. I'm hoping to fight that off tomorrow. That should be fun. And if you want to dress your cat like Leclerc, we do have the shield in the back and the hat up front. So, not bad. I don't know why they call it a round thing. It should be a shield, right? Anyways, there you go. Other than that, extra character quests that you can play in the replay story, provided you've unlocked those, of course. And so, some of the newest units out there. Now, in terms of catch-up, we are still doing some catch-up campaigns. Not sure, you know, how many of you really still need these, but however, there are some XP badges, enemy encounter plus. Grasta, these special fragments and special crystals, now I do like that. Remember that you can use those to make and upgrade your VC Grastas. Those are very, very useful, and it's actually pretty hard to farm special fragments and special crystals because to make a long story short, you have to run a lot of dungeons, form VC Grastas, upgrade it once, and then shred them. And so it does take a lot of time to do that, and honestly a lot of keys as well. Now finally, if you need XP boost and you're still relatively early in the game, it does give you 10 times XP in the sealed realm. That should also apply to, you know, hopefully the manifest battle, because obviously being that Lovely is our first time character, we do have to grind out the 37 million XP for the level 10. So not sure how long that's going to take. Anyways, so that's pretty much it. Small update, which I'm glad because I'm still super far behind. But a pretty significant one. I do enjoy manifest battles in general just because they're difficult but not usually exceptionally crazy. And I usually can solve them you know, in an evening or so, depending on how much XP I can grind out in one day. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this update. What you think about Parisa AS, either as a unit or how she looks. I mean, she does look a lot more refined in this version versus her kind of 4-star version. And of course, let me know what you think about Lovely's manifest, if you guys already know about it, or if you're even excited to fight it and get to 50 or 100 stones. I mean, that's not bad either. As for the else, I do have Parisa, of course, everyone does. So we'll not be pulling on this banner. And I do have Lovely as well, so I won't be pulling the banner anyways. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.